Hello, Xers and interwebbers. Welcome to Naive in the 90s, the podcast. I'm your host, Emily. I was a 70s baby, an 80s kid, and a 90s troublemaker. Let's just jump into it. This episode is going to be a little different and way shorter than normal. I usually do each episode pretty much just a few days before they come out. I like to keep my thoughts and content fresh, and more importantly, I am terrible at waiting to show things to others. I'm one of those people who buy something for someone and it literally pains me to wait until the appropriate holiday or whenever to give it to them. Waiting is not my strong suit. I did have an episode already, or a topic already, and it was going to be super weird movies of the 80s and 90s because, come on, there's tons of them, and just, there's so much to discuss. However, my 11-year-old fur baby girl became incredibly sick this past week. Like, we honestly thought we were going to lose her. The good news is we've been to the vet. She's on multiple medications and being nursed back to health by myself and my husband, which is proving to be very intensive and pretty much all-consuming. But she is improving. The healing journey, though, is proving to be a slow one with definite ups and downs. Thankfully, the former more prevalent. And she is herself more and more every single day, albeit she is still incredibly frail. With that being said, I just haven't been in the right headspace to think about getting the next episode recorded or even really outlined. I literally just have a few notes that consist of things like weird movies, talk about Howard the Duck, the Garbage Pail Kids movie, Earth Girls Are Easy, Drop Dead Fred, Nowhere, and others. Give examples. That's it. I also had a super weird poem from my book, Naive in the 90s, to kind of tie it all together. But again, I'm just not in the right headspace to think about it, much less discuss any movies at this time. Could I absent-mindedly babble without thought about those films? Absolutely. Although I'm sure it would be hard to follow and full of holes, thank you to my wonderful and very helpful in life squirrel brain. But I'd rather just put it off and do it correctly when the time is right. So here we are, and here I am with not much to offer you. I feel extremely guilty about this as I am slowly but surely building listeners. However, real life, my baby girl, my sanity, and my want to make quality content trumps any negativity I feel about not releasing a real episode as scheduled. In lieu of a regular length show and an actual topic, please accept my sincere apology and the promise of a new full-length episode in 2 weeks. And, of course, this random passage from my book, which is a creative nonfiction based on transcribed real-life diaries and journals from the early and mid-90s. March 24th, 1994. Wednesday was the first day of group at school, which is basically like a messed up teen girl group therapy session once a week. A table party of broken freaks looking for understanding. We will alternate through all 7 class periods so we don't miss too much of one. It helps to have somewhere to let things out, to be heard, to be listened to. There's so much I try to lock inside. I'm glad I'm in it. Well, see you later. Love me. Thank you for joining me for this episode of Naive in the 90s, the podcast. I'm again so sorry for lack of length and structure this time around. And a deep and sincere thank you for listening. We will be back in 2 weeks with a new episode and an actual topic. Make sure to pick up your own copy of Naive in the 90s, available on Amazon. And if you have read it, please take a moment to submit a review, good or bad, on Amazon or Goodreads. Every review truly helps get the word out. And if you have any questions, suggestions, thoughts, feedback, or want to add to the conversation, hit me up at naiveinthe90s@gmail.com or connect on social media with the handle @naiveinthe90s on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you again. Hope to see you next time. Peace and love, my dudes.